What's up guys, this is KH Media back with another video tutorial. Alright guys, so today I'm going to be doing a 3D text tutorial in Adobe After Effects, and if you haven't done it before, it's actually pretty simple to make 3D text with lighting. And the first thing we're going to do is go up here to the text tool, and we're going to click, and for this I'm going to say it's showtime, and then we're just going to center it. Doesn't have to be perfect, we're just going to leave it there for now. And now all you have to do to make this into a 3D object is go down here and you see the 3D cube. If you don't see that, you might have to toggle your switches modes until you see it, and you just click in there. Now it is a 3D object. Okay, it's pretty awesome. When I first did this, I was shocked to see how easy it was to make this 3D. Okay, so now we're going to go down on the text layer and we're going to go to geometry options, and we're going to go to, there's 3 different options here. I will go through them, but I'm going to choose convex right now. That is the one I use the most. And we're going to put extrusion depth at right about there, and we can adjust that as we go. So now I'm going to add a light, and you can go up here to layer, new, light, and for this there's a few different kinds of lights, but for our sake we're going to use a spotlight first, and probably in upcoming tutorials I'll go over some of this more in depth and we'll actually get to some of those other lights, but you can experiment yourself as well. Click OK, and for those of you that are wondering, the shortcut to add a new light is Control-Shift-Alt-L, and you can also get a new light that way. So shortcut keys are always great. And we now have our light, and you can see there's some shadow here. So we can move our light around, and the first thing here is on the y-axis, up and down. We can move our light, and you can see what that does. Obviously it's like moving a real light. Or we can move it on the x-axis, left and right. Or we can move it on the z-axis, closer or further away. That could be a cool effect right there. It's showtime. Boom. So, now you're wondering, well, how can I see the different angles of my 3D text? Okay, well here's how. You can go down here, and you see how we have it set to active camera. That's actually another thing that I'll get to in a future tutorial. You can actually add a camera to use on this. But for our sake, we're going to go to the different views. You can go to 2 views, and you can see we have an overhead shot right here that we can see, and there's our light. And then we have the front active camera view. And we also have, you can experiment with which views you like the most. But there's also 4 views, and there's an overhead which says top, the front view, the view from the right of the text, so there's our text there looking at it from the right, and there's our active camera. So I would say if you're going to be working a lot in 3D and After Effects, definitely get familiar with these, looking at the screens this way. That was one of the hardest things for me at first. I was like, what am I looking at here? But if you just take time to look at each one and see what you're actually looking at, it's not that bad. So for our sake, I'm just going to go back to the front. 2 views, horizontal, so I can see what my light's doing, and I can actually control it here as well. So if I want to change the angle of focus, I can do it like this, and you can see what that's doing there. And don't forget, this isn't our only way to control the light. You can actually go down here and go to Spotlight, drop down, Transform, and you can move it here as well if that's easier for you starting out. Actually, I kind of prefer to do it this way sometimes because I think it's easier than trying to move it on the screen. So for this, I'm just going to do a simple animation just for the sake of demonstrating to you guys. We're going to set our keyframes here, timers, and I'm going to control it on here. And I'm just going to bring it in, and then I'm going to push it forward about 5 seconds, see how that looks. And then I'm going to bring it out. And now we can play that. Alright, thanks for watching today, guys. I hope to do some upcoming tutorials on 3D text in After Effects, and also we will get into the Cinema 4D light plugin that After Effects also provides, which is awesome. If you guys like working with 3D objects and you're just getting started, you will love Cinema 4D. I really look forward to showing that to you guys.